What's Plug B? Hey, what's going on? Lord have mercy. Y'all come on in. Let's get it cracking. Oh. Up in here. Up in here. Let me put on a little something before we get started. Lord, is it... Hey, stop playing. It just may be an epidemic with these kids and this. Come on in, y'all. Let's get it started. Another school stabbing. Can y'all believe that? Hey, Willie Spencer. Another school stabbing. And hey, Shelly Shell. And this 16-year-old is in critical condition. I mean, every time I think I know where I'm gonna go, some pop up in there, don't it? But I still think we still got to talk about what we're going to talk about, though. Hey, Linda. Let me finish sharing this out. Please like, share, subscribe to the membership if you haven't. Support the platform, good people. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. What is going on with these teens, baby, and these blades? Lord, too much crazy. It's a lot. It's a war all everywhere. It's everywhere. Memphis. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie about that. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in Dallas, too. But I also believe that there's a good possibility that whoever did that hit on Say So P could have been out of Texas. Could have been out of the DFW Houston area. Probably DFW. I would not be surprised. And what's his name? Casino. Oh my God, CJ Casino. He dropped a diss to Beatles diss. Oh my goodness, there's just a lot going on. But listen, let's get a little jazz. Let's get a little jazz while I share this out. Cause baby, West Potomac, 16-year-old in critical condition after being anked by a 15-year-old. And I was looking over your paperwork today. And baby, some of them stories are miles apart. Miles apart. Ooh, they was trying to set you up, wasn't it? They was trying to set you up, wasn't it? Or they, well, you know, yeah. Yes, indeed, honey. I don't know how, it just blows my mind that they are starting everybody that was in that paperwork started with you. So now I understand why them people. Hey, Max. Hey, to the boogie, Linda, Kimberly. Hey, I ain't see. I don't know why my phone don't move up. I probably got too much. Shelly, they start with you. Shout out to Mickey True. I was just looking over it. I could barely see it, but I saw a couple of people. I'm sure that was the initial, and there is still more witness statements, but they started with you. How is that possible? How is it possible that they are starting with you? So I see where they get that first person that lied and said that it went from an argument to him going into his bag and pulling out a weapon. And then I saw somebody else said that they saw you say something to him, told him to leave or whatever, and they saw you push him. But neither one of them said anything about Hunter. How is that possible? Huh? Can you tell? I know you can't. Oh, I wish you could send me a sign, because the show look like it's a cover up. I mean, I don't know how that's possible that I didn't see. You know, I saw that he was hysterical. At first, he didn't want to talk. And then somebody else started talking. And then he said, I got something to say. Yeah, and how, and how in the world is the media looking at that paperwork and still out there lying, saying that you passed away in your brother's arms and you went to Plano Plano Hospital, and the staff was working on you? How was that? Is he the staff too? Because I said yesterday, I thought the daddy said he saw you on a gurney. Yeah. And the paperwork says that you was taken by ambulance to Plano Health. So Hunter lied again. Hunter lied again. Huh? You died at the hospital, sir. Yeah. Hunter lied. Yeah, but somebody got to explain to the good people, why are they avoiding Hunter? Huh? When it was Hunter who told us what happened. Hold on, I just saw it somewhere. Yeah, I don't know how that's possible. But they gonna keep lying, and them charges gonna be dropped. They gonna keep lying. Yeah. And them charges, he gonna be, why are they avoiding Hunter? Yeah. Yeah, it's like they done got their whole lot together. I seen it for myself. Let me get us a little music while I get this. Lord, please pray for the children. Lord, please. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's in the water. I don't know why the enemy is attacking the kids. Yeah, but this is horrible. Another knife attack today. When I tell you, it looks horrible. It was, oh my God. It was horrible. In Potomac. Hold on. Come on, y'all. Give me like, where my music? I need some music. Oh, I need some music. Come on up here and sing for us, Max. Where's my music? Have I hear my music from the side? Go there. Yeah, and hold on, where my brother's at? Hold on. Presumption of innocence. Yeah, stop the violence. Why are we not? I need to ask the people about the presumption of innocence. He is, at this time, presumed innocent. He is not presumed guilty. Why are they treating him like he's guilty? A presumption of innocence means that any defendant in a criminal trial is assumed to be innocent. Y'all think they giving him a fair chance in the beginning before it even started? There is no presumption of innocence, is it? Until they have been proven guilty. They already out of order, ain't they? Has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Did they forget about this? The presumption of innocence. You are innocent until proven guilty. Did they forget this? Oh, is this something else we not entitled to? We not entitled to this either, y'all. They take all our rights away, don't they? I mean, if we're gonna be technical, is he not presumed innocent? Have they proved it? Baby, cause one of them witnesses, clear as day, said Hunter pushed him, not tapped him, not none of that. Pushed him, but they did not mention Hunter. Baby, they pulling the old okie doke in our face. Y'all hold on, let me get it. I'm just 12 minutes in. Let me get a crunk. Oh Lord, is this system stuck? A presumption of innocence. Is it possible? Is it possible? I mean, we just doing a whole bunch of stuff out of order. Look like the more I research, we just all out of order. We ain't fair about nothing. But we got to change our views on how we look at things, because baby, these kids are wilding all the way out. Big time. It's scary. Definitely wasn't expecting what happened today to happen. Retreat stuff. We gotta learn our laws. We gotta know our laws. We mess around and be putting ourselves in jail because we don't know what the laws are. We walking around like we just free, like we can do whatever we want to, not knowing the consequences of it. And then they gonna say, well, ignorance to the law is no excuse. It's your responsibility to know your laws. Life. Yep. So it almost feel like a process of elimination. Let me show y'all something right quick. I mean, it's just a real quick search, you know? Before we get started and start going round and round. I hope y'all had an awesome day. I hope each and every one of you had an awesome day today. Yeah, y'all will be surprised. I can't win for losing, baby. I have the most controlling Spall subscribers. They tell me what they want me to do. Let me start doing that. So hold on, I'm almost done. So, you know, when people be trying to tell me about the law like they know it, and they may, and they say, you know, I don't know. But look at here, y'all. Right here. I want this pressure. Somebody need to screenshot it for pressure. Stand one's ground. Not retreat. Being able to one's advantage in the face of an opposition, of a threat, an attack. You can hold your ground and resist the enemy's attack. Stand up for yourself. Stand firm. Be firm. Make a stand. Yeah. Not retreat. U.S. law. Legal principle that permits a person to use what? To use what? Without trying to retreat. Huh? I mean, it ain't my definition. It says principle that permits a person to use deadly force in self-defense without first trying to retreat. Without. It says without. I mean, I tried to tell somebody the other day, that's what stand your ground means. I don't have to retreat. I don't have to run. I don't have to get up out of there. Yeah. So when they were saying why he didn't run, that's not stand your ground. So it's not me. It is not my definition. That's Oxford's. Oxford. So when people saying retreat, you know what I'm gonna do, don't you? Yeah, I already know what I'm gonna do, right? Do it say life force? Do it say you have to measure the same? It says without. First trying to run. Yeah, I know folk ain't gonna want to hear that. So I suggest, oh, here we go. The smoke wants some smoke. I already, what you say? That ain't mine, it's Oxford. Oh, it says, it's pretty much say the same thing. Smoke room. You wasn't here the other day, child. We done listen to the attorney who got off Zimmerman. And what he said was worse than this deadly force. He said great deadly force. I wish you would have been here yesterday. Was you in the bushes? You would have learned some things, baby. He told us, yeah. Yeah, he was, yeah. He blew my mind. He was more deadly than me. He said a great deadly force. And then we finding out, hell, it don't even have to be directly a threat to you. You could be a third party. You have the right to defend somebody else who is in a situation with somebody. Did you know that, Smokey? Did you know that, Smoke? We found that. I heard it again today. Yeah, third party. Self-defense. We heard it yesterday by attorneys and one judge today. Yeah, y'all better stop. Because the more y'all try to check me, the more I'm going to fact check it. Absolutely. Yeah. No. Yeah, we talking about the law, though. We're not talking about the school. Yeah, that's a rule. That's rules. Rules don't supersede the law. Come on, the smoke room. Don't play. We talking about the law. All I talk about is the law. L-A-W, not the rules. Yeah, the rules say that Hunter should have been suspended as well for putting his hands on him. Yeah, but you don't want to hear that, do you? Yeah. Do you think, Smoke Room, do you think Hunter should be brought up on charges for initiating the assault and the robbery? Yeah, we finna do this early. Yeah, because you done come in 4 or 5 times. What do you think should happen to Hunter's Smoke Room? The smoke room, it wasn't the Metcalf's tent. And guess what they finding out now? Why they doing this investigation with the coaches in the school? Huh? Guess what they finding out now? That there was no rivals, nothing, none of that should have happened. They was students. They was kids. And no kids should have been told to get up under that tent. Guess what they finding out now? They finna leave them Metcalf's ass hanging because they did not have permission. How about that? Huh? There is nothing in the rules. Y'all talk about rules, huh? That says that those kids, that he should have been removed from up under that school tent. It was the school's tent. Hello? Because that means that would have mean that the school, yeah, that would have make the school responsible for lawsuit. Yeah, that on school time, school property in another school in that district was saying a kid couldn't get up under that tent in the rain. Oh yeah, that's a problem. But you know, ain't nobody gonna have Hunter back. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. It's taking a long time, ain't it? Yeah. So while y'all tripping and slipping, yeah, that was not a school rule. He broke the rules. Yeah. Yeah, the school did not say no kid from another school can't sit up under the tent. That's not even something he was told to do. Yeah. See how the tables turn? Don't get mad at me. It's the law. Yeah, since you say the rules, since we say the rules, there was no rule to say that KARMELOANTHONY couldn't sit up under that tent in the rain. Who said that? Who told Hunter and what's his name? Rest in peace, Austin, that? Where did they get that from? Y'all do know that's a lawsuit. They don't want to touch it. Yeah, don't nobody want to touch that. But it's the rule. He was up under the wrong tent. He shouldn't have been there. Where is that at in the rule book? Where is it at in the rule book, y'all? Huh? It ain't in there? Yeah, because that means that whoever gave that authority was divide. Already created tension. Who created the tension? Who was promoting a rival? Huh? That's another issue. I wasn't supposed to say that. Huh? Yeah. Wait, you hear that mouse? Yeah. Who created that rule? Where'd it come from? Because it's not in the rule book. And who gave him permission? Yeah, see how the tables turn? When y'all start playing games, folks start getting technical, wanting to see rules. Yeah, because we know it ain't the law. So it has to be the rule. Where is it? Oh, it's not. So it's not as simple as 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So being up under the tent is not breaking a rule. Especially, I'm gonna tell you why, y'all, it can't be 1. Because other students from other schools was up under the tent and he was singled out. They said other students from different schools was up under the tents and he was the only one that was attacked. Why? They wanted to be right. So they didn't know who they was messing with. Boo. Nope. Nope. They wanted to be right so bad. That's why that DA said we're gonna have to follow the truth. Yeah, because some kids was probably lying for Hunter and them. Because that's why Hunter name ain't showing up. When I'm like, well, where's Hunter name? What? Huh? Because I was like, we gotta, let me make sure I heard what I heard come out his mouth. So they trying to protect Hunter. Why is everybody starting their story out? What is this? Why is everybody starting their story out with just Carmelo and Austin? Well, hell, that's how some of them tried to put it. I said, look at this. Well, will you look at that? Shout out to Ronnie BHL. Well, will you look at that? How that happen? I said, baby, they trying to railroad you, ain't they? You know what I mean? I mean, you know, you need to be in, you know. I'm not, as long as you can graduate, Carmelo, I'm not against you being suspended for having the knife, if it was indeed a knife. Yeah, they lied and said that you threw it somewhere and hid it and everything. And in that paperwork they said it was on the bleachers between 10 and 12 or something. They just made up a whole story. You done ran and hid and hid the knife and all of that, and it was on the bleachers. Well, will you look at that? Yeah, but Hunter starting it wasn't there. How is that? Yeah. Yeah, so as long as you can graduate, you on house arrest anyway. So for people to throw up you are suspended, what does that really mean? Hell, you on house arrest. They want you to be involved so bad, like, you know, like, oh well, he was suspended. Well, hell, he on house arrest. What that mean? What's the difference? The school said he was suspended, but the school could be in trouble too. They could be in trouble too. But yeah, let me get here right quick before I go. Just for the people in the bushes that's watching that may have forgot, since the paperwork I saw today didn't start with Hunter starting it. And we know, T-Sippers, do we know? I mean, they really trying to play in our face, and I know y'all know I can't stand that, right? I know y'all know I can't stand that. Give my likes up. I know y'all know I can't stand that, right? Oh, they mad. They hopped out when I said all of that, didn't they? They got their asses up out of here. I sure know how to get them up out, don't I? They ain't hit the like button no way. They lied, said he was in a fight and everything. You should have seen that lying heifer. Who said it? I ain't seen no female. Yeah, so just in case they don't forgot. Huh? I mean, unless, huh? I was like, where is Hunter's name? So that means that some of the kids are lying too. If that's the only account, they start at Austin and Carmelo argued and saw him push him. But I said, well, okay, well, we gonna refreshen their memory.
Asked him to move. He got aggressive. He grabbed the bag, and then he stepped up over there. Asked him to move. He got aggressive. He grabbed the bag.
Oh, this is not the
I
one.
put my head around, and then all of a sudden I see him running down the bleachers, grabbing his chest. He just blood rushing out. You know, he said, "Yeah, he got stabbed. He got stabbed." First, I froze for half a second. I didn't know what to do.
So this is his second story.
I saw him about to fall.
We need to go to the one where he started. He got about 3 stories, y'all.
Yeah, I understand. Best I can to understand.
Yeah, you can see, you can picture what happened when, you know, what was coming out of his chest, and
yeah.
y'all can visualize it. I just I don't want to put that on my mom right now, but I pushed my hand on there, trying to make it stop, and I grabbed his head and I looked in his eyes. I just saw his soul leave, and it took my soul.
He saw his soul leave.
It's forgave, not forgotten, but I'm not at that point yet to forgive.
He saw his soul leave. But he expired at the hospital. Hannah, you're just a bald-faced liar, aren't you? Aren't you, little boy? Yeah, he went to the hospital. So he still had a soul. What are you talking about? What did you see leave? Did you not know that? Did you not know he went to the hospital? Yeah. It is, I mean, really, I knew that we had caught you in a few lies. You know, and I knew the news people started some of the videos of you at some points and then left off others.
I just saw his soul leave and took my soul too. All I have to say is, it's forget. He was my best friend, just there and didn't blink of an eye. I lost him.
Yeah, this is not the one where he caught you at the beginning, but I'll get to it. Don't worry. But you's just a little chunky face liar, ain't you? Yeah, you have people thinking he died in your arms right there at the stadium. And you was a lie. And your mama know it. And she's sitting there faking with you. Because that is not what happened. But condolences to you now. Don't get it twisted. But you're not telling the truth. That paperwork said he went to plain old health. A little white girl. Yeah, he went to plain old health. Plain old health. Yeah, so his soul didn't leave. You see how dramatic that is, y'all? That is extremely dramatic for a lie. I mean, so you know, when I saw that today, I was thinking, so how much? I mean, really? But hold on, let me get to my stuff. I was a little outdone. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I'm like, wow, for real. Hunter, I don't believe nothing you say. I'm almost at a point trying to send the Cash App. Okay, so you want to tell me what your Cash App is and I can send you a request? Let me see. I mean, I don't. Do you need to know what the $sign is? $sign. You got to put the $sign. Okay, then drop down your Cash App, and then I can send a request to you. Just tell me how much you, or I'll request a dollar to make the connection, and then you can do what you want to from there. hold on. Let me go over here. Stand your ground. I need to leave that right there. Do you know what your Cash App name is, Vicky? I thought this was funny, y'all. Ooh, baby, let me tell you something. Okay, when people don't get their way, let me tell you something. They will turn on you in a heartbeat. You hear me? When you don't go along with a program where they were respecting you, speaking highly of you, had your best regards, out of that jibber jabber, and the minute you don't do what they want you to do, baby, you are hold on.
Down in Texas, one of them, a white supremacist joined by a self-hating black man. The white supremacist is Jake Lang, a January 6th domestic terrorist insurrectionist, joined by Philip Anderson, another domestic terrorist insurrectionist. And so they went down to Texas regarding the case of Austin Metcalf. He, of course, is the white high school teen who was stabbed to death by a young black teen, KARMELOANTHONY. And so he's with a group called Protect White Americans. Now, again, what's interesting here is that you have Philip Anderson, who is black, who is standing with Lang, who is white, and the group is called Protect White Americans. Well,
but he has, I'm sure you have to have a certain amount of white people that you claim it, because he is quick to say he's standing with them for the two white people that's in his family. So I guess you have to have one or more white people in your family to be with him. Oh my God, this is such a cult. Let's go. But Mr. Metcalf was...
it was real interesting because all he doing was he was going there to just get some attention of both of them. Well, they got the attention of Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff, who had some stern words for Lang. Basically was, we don't want you here, and go to hell home.
I stand with you, sir, on that.
I stand with you.
I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf.
Okay.
What he's asking you is to not use his son's image.
So how was he standing? Did y'all catch that? Before he knew who he was, he said, I'm standing with you, sir. Didn't he? Did y'all hear that? I'm standing with you, sir. And then he says, I'm here on behalf of Jeff. Focus show phony, ain't they?
I stand with you, sir, on that.
I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf.
Okay.
What he's asking you is to not use his son's image or likeness in what you're doing. You can do what you do, but that's not what you want his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now, I would ask Jeff Metcalf if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young man that was murdered, instead of being somebody suppressed, worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to stand for righteousness, not for conflict. The consequences of righteous actions always need to be taken seriously. He needs to be righteous before he is fearful. He is acting out of fear, not out of righteousness. He should have been on the top of the bus today. He should have been standing shoulder to shoulder with me.
Are you a father?
No, I'm not.
I'm a father.
Amen.
I'm a father. As a father, there is this thing called grief. So let me me tell you what's going on in his house. He's getting swatted. His only other son.
Who is swatting him? Which community?
No, we don't know the community, but it's happening. That's on the police to find. Secondly, he has a son who's a twin, who his son died in his arms. So that means he needs to navigate that. Then his son, his only son, is getting death threats. So as a father, his hands is full.
So Hunter's getting death threats.
Is having this complex of race. So yes, violence is bad. Young black men are getting killed every day by young black men across this country.
Yes, but I'm not a member of that community. I'm a member of my community, and my community is being victimized.
He said, I don't care nothing about black on black crime. Did y'all catch that? That ain't my concern. I don't care nothing about. I thought y'all was concerned about the loss of life. That ain't my community. I don't care nothing about that. He clear on that.
Victimized.
But he stand with him, right? But he said I stand with you until he bring up that Metcalf.
By the community of violent black,
but here's the degenerates. But here's the problem.
Degenerates.
When you stand up in the name of God, there's one body. And if you're not a part of that body,
I can read statistics. So I'm also a pragmatic human being. So I understand when there's a problem, it needs to be.
See how can you say that you are a body of Christ, but it's a divide? Do you know where you come from? Do you know where we all come from? They would shit they bricks. If they really go down that tree, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? Huh? Where you come from? Where is your real roots, sir? Do you know you got some of us in you? You come from us? Oh, you can't process that. Because you act like you smart. Have you done that research? Yeah. Yeah, so quit acting like you are of God. I'm going to wait on my son. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. They don't even want to halfway acknowledge that, but they say they Christians. Okay.
Address head on. If you tiptoe around a problem, that's how you get to the end result.
So your biggest concern is the loss of white life by
Wait to see what they do to him.
I have concern.
It's a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And we just can't ignore it any longer. If it stops, we're good.
So I have a question for you. Do you believe more white people are killed by white people or by black people?
Listen, by strangers, it's 2 to 1.
When did he say strangers?
Domestic issues, because we live amongst each other, and uncles kill uncles or drunken barbecues and stuff like that. It's always the same amount.
So your response is
let me respond. Please let me respond.
Your response.
I'm saying that
Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people
if I was him, I would do it.
But he's not you. So what I'm saying,
I'm telling you, I'm somebody that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
If your desire
it's because
is to represent,
my desire is that another Austin Metcalf does not happen next week. And if I was his father, I would stand righteously to say, yes, but I'm a man.
We all have common sense.
We know.
Hold on. We know.
No, I'm not speaking for white men in this country. I'm speaking for white people in this country.
Are you a father? Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
I'm not. Hold on.
Who are not dealing with grief? You talk for an hour. Pause that right there. Pause that right there. So the brother who is talking, his name is Bruce Carter. And you see him approaching him. Now, what y'all about to see this idiot, Philip Anderson. Now, Philip Anderson is the black fool. So here you got a black dude, okay, all skin folk and kinfolk, standing with this white nationalist. Just listen to this fool. And I ain't gonna play much more of this because they ain't deserving of it. So just watch this. So if you want to address, I can give you after I give this message. The bottom line is this. You have a father that's out of respect asking you not to put his son's face in a place. How do you say you're going to represent people when you can't respect the will of the people?
Let me respond, guys. There's too much peanut gallery. That's not what his said. I did not say that. Can we please let me respond?
So you believe,
Hey, you believe. I'm having a conversation between you and I.
That's just what that
Listen to this. Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin
So here's
Metcalf.
the deal. All these two fools, Lang and another fool,
He's no longer what?
But what you see here, people need to understand that these idiots exist. This is how.
What we also see is hell. They was about to get into it amongst themselves, but let's go.
Dumb they are, and I respect Austin Metcalf's dad, who's like, no, I don't want y'all around. I don't want y'all on this. I don't want y'all near this crap, because all y'all are trying to bring is a whole bunch of BS. That's all this is, Mustafa. You know, then he's like, oh, it's gonna be a race war. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's what Lang desperately wants.
Yes, that's what he wants.
And again, I don't know what that dumbass black dude is doing. I mean, I don't know where he could come from. But then again, if you black and if you were stupid enough to be down at the Capitol on January 6th on the side of MAGA, well, that lets us know how stupid you are.
Today's actually a really exciting day because we got to unfold one of these units.
Let's go, Roland.
Racists are going to be racist, right? Hate is their oxygen. And when they don't have that, then they begin to suffocate, they begin to shrink. And that's why they continue to stoke these fires. You know, it's interesting because he wanted to talk about statistics, or at least that's what he said, although we know that that's not true. If he would even just go over to the FBI, they have the Union Crime Reporting Program, if it still exists, because they might have gotten rid of it here recently. It's better known as UCR, and it actually talks about crime inside of our country. And it's just what that other brother had shared. You know, white folks do crime on white folks, just like other groups do it.
They don't want to talk about that, though.
Proximity and all these different types of things that
they don't want to talk about
that go on. So, you know, trying to make a race war or all these different types of things is just a part of the talking points. It's a part of attracting folks who are, who are hurt and in pain, who are looking for a group to be a part of and a cause to be a part of. And what folks should be doing is actually supporting the Metcalf family as they're going through their moment. And then, of course, the other young man who's a part of this, and trying to find ways of making sure that, young men don't find themselves in these types of situations because we are infusing positivity and love and a number.
And unfortunately, there has been another school stabbing today. A 15-year-old was arrested and a 16-year-old is in critical condition in Virginia.
Of other things that is often missing. So the courts are going to do what the courts do. The case will go through and folks will figure out, what transpired and who was guilty. But on the other side of the equation, these individuals who look for these moments because they have nothing else. I believe, and I could be incorrect, that Lang is actually trying to run for office for Marco Rubio's old position. Nobody knew who he was. So he needs something because he has no policy to actually garner people's interest. So you'll see people, gravitating toward hate and using that as their platform instead of things that actually uplift community.
Teresa?
It's a travesty, no one has any policy ideas. So, on the backs of people who are supposed to be represented by their representative, this is what we're doing, but again, the door was wide open for this type of theatrical behavior in politics when Trump decided to run with no background in government, no curiosity about economics, but pure abuse and solemn, hardship. So this is what we are dealing with because we have someone who doesn't care about the people. And I think this case is just amongst many. You got Lang, who literally is wearing the Trump red tie, is trying to look the part, act the part to get to the White House or some house, wherever. But it's unfortunate. And again, someone like me who's in communication, I'm also fighting these battles that's in miscommunication and relevancy in media and accuracy thereof. Because what's happening now is, I feel like it's an overkill with so many mainstream outlets that, you know, these smaller ones are just able to find a narrative and just keep poking and poking. So I don't know. It's just something that we definitely need to keep our eyes on.
Well, again, expect more of these crazy, demented fools to be out. That's what is simply going to happen.
Hello, I'm Isaac III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over 10 points.
How do I stop this? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get to my next one. I don't know nothing about no Fanbase. Hold on. Let's listen to
back. What is up? What is up? Carmelo Anthony 2.0. Is this another case of self-defense? You know, everybody's side-eyeing the Carmelo Anthony
Why would he
case.
call it Carmelo Anthony 2.0? He wasn't the first one. Don't do that. That Casing guy, his cases in Belton is way older. Don't play in our face.
Yeah, that was self-defense too. Yeah, that was a self-defense case. And so I'm going to play an article. This is a story that happened today in Virginia. We were actually covering a separate incident earlier in Virginia, but this happened as well, where a 15-year-old is charged in high school stabbing after stabbing a 16-year-old student. He's hospitalized.
Yeah, praise for the
We're gonna watch
kids.
some of the video. It's you know, blurred, but you're gonna get the gist of it. What happened?
Oh wow! Hold on.
And is this self-defense? And some people are really angry and upset about this because they're saying if it was a black person, they would have been calling him a thug, and this would have been all over the internet, would have been blowing up.
Oh wow!
So the media is silent on this. And I think the reason
I didn't know it was self-defense, y'all.
Much because it's not a black and white attack. It was
wow!
Both Latinos.
Y'all, are y'all hearing this? Well, will you look at that? They're already calling it self-defense. And this was inside of the school. Oh yeah, y'all better hop on up out of here. Yeah, it dropped about 20 people. Well, will you look at that? This kid had a knife inside the school, and they are already calling it. And it just happened. It just happened today. It just happened today. And they are already calling it self-defense, and this kid had a blade in the school. Black people, we can't make this shit up. So stop playing, stop. Sweat pressure. Hop your ass down. He had so all the people who was trying to say he had one in the school, although he had it at the track spot. This kid, this non-African American kid, had it in the school, and when I tell you it was blood, I mean this kid was bloody. Oh wow! Let's see this. Listen.
Let me play this little news clip.
Listen, this is my first time seeing this, y'all. We watching this together.
Whoa! Oh man, from the last stream, everything's jacked up.
Wow!
A 16-year-old boy is in the hospital after being stabbed inside of a high school.
Yeah, police say the stabbing happened at West Potomac High School around 9:40 this morning. We're told it started with a fight between 3 students.
Yeah, we have team coverage tonight. Our Leslie Moreno spoke to parents who say this all...
Don't say, hold on. Don't do that, sir. Don't say 3 students. It was 3 in Frisco. It was the twins plus Carmelo. It was 3 students. Don't get it twisted. We know they trying to bag Hunter up out of there like he didn't start it. I'm gonna have to remind y'all. So don't say 3, because it was 3 in Frisco. 2 against 1. Let's go.
With Lionel Donovan, he's got the latest on the
County, a 16-year-old boy is in the hospital after being stabbed inside of a high school.
Yeah, police say the stabbing happened at West Potomac High School around 9:40 this morning. We're told it started with a fight between 3 students.
Yeah, we have team coverage tonight. Our Leslie Moreno spoke to parents.
Yeah, 3.
This all could have been prevented.
But we want to begin with Lionel Donovan. He's got the latest on the investigation. And Lionel, we know a 15-year-old is facing charges tonight.
Y'all, if he had a knife in the school, ain't that premeditated? Ain't that what they said? Ain't that what they said about the African-American kid? Huh? Why would he have a knife at a track meet? It was premeditated. So for this kid to have a knife in the school, is it already self-defense? Oh, this is gonna be a problem, y'all. I hope y'all know that. But let me listen, because what?
That is correct, Leslie. And in fact, although school let out at around 2:55, parents lined up much earlier than that, hoping to get their kids out of the school building and back home with them. Fairfax County Police locked down the building today in order to conduct their investigation, which frustrated a lot of parents as they waited.
Oh, school's on lockdown.
I want to check my daughter out. Why can't I?
Parents demanded answers from Fairfax County Police and Fairfax County Public Schools after hearing about a violent altercation at Potomac High that started around 9:40 this morning. It started with this fight in the...
So here it is. So let me, I wish this would stop showing up.
School.
Okay. So the way this fight looks like it started.
Okay.
Started around 9:40 this morning.
Okay, so...
so he down.
You have to pay attention to this. A kid with a black shirt and like khaki, or I don't know what kind of pants these are, what color. He's getting his ass beat. There's a guy with a red shirt and red shoes punching him. He's on the floor, kind of curled up. I think I maybe have to play this in slow motion.
And people just standing there watching.
It started with...
And then this other person runs in, and he's like breaking up the fight. I don't know if that's his friend, the guy that's on the floor, but he wants to break up the fight. So the other guy in the red shirt,
come after him.
Same guy that was beating the other guy, he starts pursuing the guy in the white shirt.
A bully.
Broke up the fight. So he's punching, whatever. I guess, you know, it's censored, it's blurred. So the guy with the black shirt, he gets up. Now he's courageous.
After he done got beat up.
And he comes in and starts attacking the guy in the red shirt. So the red shirt guy is now fighting him and the kid in the white shirt. It looks like they're both on one. Okay, 2 on 1. And they're swinging, they're fighting. Oh, this is kind of happening. Again, it's like censored. It's on the news channel. YouTube news channel. YouTube, don't try nothing with me. And so they're both tag teaming this guy, basically. And so at some point, I think this has already had happened. He had gotten stabbed. The person that did the stabbing... Let me just give me 1 second.
Yeah, because that's not the color shirt.
The person that did the stabbing was this.
Oh, he did have on the black.
Knife
Okay.
in his hand.
So he at school with a knife in his hand. Y'all see that? How that happened?
Getting his butt beat.
So how's it self-defense?
Enough that he got up, his friend protected him, and there was 2 on 1.
So how he said?
But I guess to even the playing field, the black shirt ends up stabbing the guy in the red shirt.
Did he not say this was self-defense?
Bloody scene.
I know there are a lot of you.
Oh wow.
Yeah? Okay, great. Come closer.
I'm sorry. Where are all the other people that When it's Carmelo, they in my comments. Where is Peanut Butter Jelly? And where is Huckleberry Finn and Billy Boy? Where they at? Humble Pie, where you at? Huh? We're the ones that's been giving me a hard time. He had a knife in school. Where you at? Pressure, Big Pressure, where you at? Huh? Oh, cause he ain't black. So the rules. So are they finna give me excuses, y'all? Are they gonna give me excuses? No. I mean, where they at? Where they at? But you said he had a knife in the school even when it wasn't in the school. He in the school building. And they're already saying it's self-defense. How? How? Because the guy was beating him up? Yeah, you see what y'all was saying they should have fought? He should have fought. Well, did y'all see what he should have fought? What still wind up happening? Folk ain't taking ass whoopings like that. Okay.
All right. You good?
All three bars is wrong. No. Keep your hands to yourself. None of this would have happened if the guy in the red shirt would have kept his hands to himself. It just wouldn't have happened. This absolutely would not have happened. No, and I don't want to nobody to think that it is you wrong for defending yourself. Oh shit.
Now, or do you want to start at noon?
They say he in critical condition, and it started out saying that it was self-defense.
Okay, the intro will take a little while.
World don't revolve around you.
Today we're here to speak about the incident at the West Potomac High School. Today's speaking will be the superintendent of Fairfax County.
But he's not black though, so
Fairfax County Police Department Chief Davis speaking with them today.
He not black, Pressure. Telling you those rules only apply if you black.
Crimes Bureau and the Chief Safety and Security Officer of Fairfax County Public Schools, Brian Lambert. We're going to go to Major Melendez.
Maybe he could argue self-defense. Maybe he said he was in fear for his life and he was on the floor. And he got up after his friend was fighting with the other guy. Maybe he felt he was in fear for his life. He's going to try to say, hey, that Carmelo guy got self-defense, or he has a case. He got up in fear for his life, and both of them were beating on the one kid and decided to stab him in self-defense. How far are we going to go, right?
Good afternoon. Today at about 9:40 a.m. in the morning at West Potomac High School, 3 students got into a physical fight, inside the school. And one 16-year-old victim, a student, was stabbed.
They better.
The school resource
Cause
officer.
we got the difference here is we saw the video. We saw the video. Yeah, we saw the video. Absolutely not wrong for I don't care what Pressure or nobody else say. Keep your hands to yourself. And whatever I'm gonna get my hands on first, whatever weapons. See, the reality of it is that they saying no guns, and you know they still leave leeway for knives in school if it's under a certain blade. And see, and I'm not sure if it's because of biology or you know their science and all of that. They use scalpels and knives, so you can't act like knives can't come into the school. Some classes require a knife. Let's just be realistic. Now, y'all may not have went to any of them type of classes. Well, you know, I did. So we cannot act like they don't have the knife he had. I'm sure it wasn't for that, but they don't have guns. So which would you rather? Would you rather the Wilma Hutchins kid that shot up 4 or 5 people? Didn't know how to shoot and hit some innocent people? I mean, because all of this can be avoided if folks keep their hands to themselves. Stop bullying. Don't touch me. But you know, let's keep listening.
Was with the victim within seconds.
Hey, Michelle.
Additional officers were on scene within minutes. A 15-year-old suspect has been taken into custody, and at this time, there are absolutely no suspects outstanding. He will be charged with malicious wounding. The victim was...
What is malicious wounding? What is that? Have y'all heard of that before? What is malicious wounding? What is that? What is not attempted murder? Huh? Malicious wounding. A misdemeanor. But not attempted murder. Not attempted first-degree murder. Well, will you look at that? Where's the attempted first-degree murder? Malicious wounding.
Was with the victim within seconds, and additional officers were on scene within minutes. A 15-year-old suspect has been taken into custody, and at this time, there are absolutely no suspects outstanding. He will be charged with malicious wounding. The victim was transported to a local hospital.
So what is malicious wounding? Is that a new term they made up or something?
Oh, so you don't know either.
So why the black man get charged with murder? Oh, because that guy died. That's right. Austin's dead.
Attempted.
This guy's.
What about attempted? What about attempted? See how that didn't even come into his head? See how he trying to already minimize it? You see how he trying to minimize it? Oh my God. Okay, so what about attempted? Huh? Where's the attempted murder? Since he haven't died, where's the attempt? Yeah. And you know it. And you know it. And y'all want me to think that whatever Dominique did in 2019, 2017 is not helping Carmelo Anthony in 2025 with his civil rights. Y'all can kiss where the sun don't shine, baby. You can kiss where the sun don't shine. He needs Dominique Alexander there to assist him with his civil rights. Cause who else gonna do it? They can attempt to kill somebody and get malicious wounding. Not attempted first-degree murder, but a wound. Yeah.
Or something.
That's why Dominique is good for him. I don't care what he did in the past. Like I said, your president has a record. And he's done a whole bunch of sexual misconduct. Yeah. But y'all okay with that. But y'all want to turn people against Dominique for assisting the family. Oh, but your president is a good look. Yeah. Again, y'all can kiss where the sun don't shine, baby.
Safe word. So why the black man get charged with murder?
You already know why.
Oh, because that guy died. That's right. Austin's dead. So maybe it's different since this guy's in the hospital right now.
With life-threatening injuries.
No, it still should have been assisted.
Have now been downgraded to stable condition.
Oh, stable condition.
Detectives from our Major Crimes Bureau and Criminal
thank God he's doing better.
Division are on scene right now investigating. Thank you.
She ain't gonna take no questions.
Thanks, Major, and I anticipate you all have a lot of questions.
Okay.
Dr. Reed,
Y'all please get the likes up.
Here we're constantly fielding phone calls from concerned parents and community members, elected officials, and so many others who are as
they'll be out by tomorrow.
Shocked as we are to be standing here today describing a stabbing that occurred inside of one of our schools involving 2 students. Like Major Melendez said, the good news.
Why not attempted murder? Why not attempted murder?
Oh, you already know.
What is that?
Is that
you already know.
The perpetrator, the assailant.
Why not manslaughter? Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead.
Is in custody. It's sad that he is 15, but we're working through the circumstances.
I just spilled this water in this bed, Lord.
As well as the involvement of others in this very active criminal investigation. The knife has been recovered
inside the
like
school.
Always, Dr. Reed, circumstances of his involvement, as well as the involvement of others in this very active criminal investigation. The knife has been recovered. Like always, Dr. Reed and her team and her security staff and her principal and administrators, faculty, coaches, everyone involved here at West Potomac High School acted with a sense of relentless urgency when this incident occurred to protect.
Garrett said, how did he have a knife anyway? They're saying it's a cleat sharpener.
Oh, he lying.
Our students.
He lying.
Detectives in our patrol.
Yeah, he lying, y'all.
Very quickly.
See how they making fun?
The scene. Again, we have.
It was a knife with a red handle.
The victim are known to each other. They know each other. We're working out this.
Okay. So Oka, let me see Oka, because I'm curious to hear what other people's thoughts on this. Oka said that it's the kid in the red shirt's fault, or he's in the wrong. The kid in the red shirt was absolutely in the wrong. The second kid was literally trying to break up the fight. He didn't throw not one. He didn't throw not one punch initially. The red shirt turned around vigorously.
Now,
so can you say this? If we're gonna play this ridiculous,
yeah. Let's see. Hold on.
Mellow thing. If we're gonna play the game, we're gonna play the game, right? Everybody's getting self-defense now. I don't know.
So cause he's Hispanic, everybody should get self-defense now. Y'all hear that?
He's beating this kid on the floor. Okay.
Okay, but how did it start before it get here? Since we want to play this game.
The kid on the floor. Okay, this guy.
How do you know the guy on the floor didn't start it?
But
and just got knocked down.
Fight.
I mean, how do we know that?
Okay. Red shirt starts chasing after the kid in the white shirt, and you see the kid right here on the floor. He's the one that was getting his ass beat. He's the one that does the stabbing. The kid here. So he gets back up. He recovers, and he sees the red shirt and the white shirt now going at it. White shirt kind of just try to break it up. I mean, if you so the red shirt starts going after the white shirt.
GC, did you look at that paperwork? Huh? Here come the prejudice people. Yeah. So these kids right here that's stabbing in the school, they shouldn't rot in prison for stabbing this guy. Huh, GC? Y'all gonna be really, really mad when y'all if Hunter ass get hit with some charges, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. Did your mama and daddy raise you to be a racist woodhead? Have you always been one? I have some African American people, guys beat your ass before. Get up out of here. Y'all say bye to GC. Say bye. Mm-hmm. Who wasn't a 2 versus 1 situation? Pressure, who wasn't a two versus 1? You talking about this situation, or you talking about Carmelo and them? Oh, I knew you did. I could tell. I could tell some brothers beat your ass before. Because you came with such hatred as if you felt some black hands before. Now go ahead and leave and take your racist verbiage with you. Okay? Well, Pressure Hunter already told us it started with him and then his brother jumped in. What do you mean? Hunter told us. What do you mean? Have you not seen the videos where Hunter confessed? He started it. Hunter was the first one to address Carmelo, and then he said his brother took over and it escalated. It was absolutely 2 against 1 per Hunter. I mean, if he say him and his brother stood up and was doing what they do, then that's what he admitted to. Now, I don't know if he didn't know that he was doing himself some I guess that's why that attorney came and the story started changing. But no, he admitted to that. Hunter started it. Austin picked it up. And they both addressed him when he was standing there and grabbed his bag and was finna put him out the tent. That the school is saying, no, anyone can sit up under the tent, up under the rain. We don't know where that came from. Hey, Debbie Hudson. We would never deny a student regardless of what school. We do not promote rivals where someone would get kicked out, another student would be kicked out because they didn't go to our school. No one who authorized that. Who said that? Oh yeah, they moonwalking now. That's not a policy. They don't promote that. They understand a friendly rival, but to force someone out of a tent, that is not tolerated. So all y'all running around talking about he wasn't supposed to be up under the tent, that's not the rule. That is not a Frisco ISD rule. Where you at now? Where y'all at now? Who's saying he wasn't supposed to be up under the tent? That is not their policy. It is friendly rivalry. If there is a rivalry, it is friendly. So no one should have been forcing anyone from up under a tent. And if, and I do mean if, someone of authority was promoting rivalry, they are liable to. How about that? Hot damn. Now who gonna take that liability? Huh? Who y'all think raising their hand to take the liability? Huh? Where you at? Where you at? See how the tables turn? I mean, since that was what they was going with. Who authorized it? That is not a Frisco ISD policy. He should never have been denied up under that tent, especially in the rain. Yeah, who gonna be liable? Who gonna stand up and take that L for Hannah? Huh? Who gonna take that L for the Metcalfs? Huh? Huh? Yeah. All these folk who talking about he going to prison and he gonna be eating rotten what? Yeah, yeah, all the fans in the social media section, are y'all gonna take that L for Hannah? That liability? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you want me to finish playing? Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. Woo, let me go and play it. They ain't trying to hear. Y'all, you sure you don't want that liability? Yeah. Now you ain't got nothing to say.
And then now both of them are fighting the red shirt dude. And they blur it out here. I guess this is where the stabbing takes place.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
And then that's.
You see it in his hand?
Let me see if I can show you
in the school. It's a liability.
So it looks like to me, I can show you this. It looks like to me, I'll retweet this if you want to watch the whole video. It looks like to me the white shirt just tries to break up the fight because he walks up to him and like pushes him. You see how he just pushes him? And then red shirt's like, oh hell nah. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh wow.
He comes at him too. I guess maybe he was feeling a little high because he took on one guy and now he's taking on the other.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. That's a big boy.
Red shirt's the bully, let's just say, and he's picking on kids, and so this kid stands up for himself for the first time ever. He gets his ass beat down, so the white shirt feels bad, intervenes. Now the white shirt's getting his ass kicked, so the black shirt comes, and he can try to be, oh, I was in fear for my life, and I was in fear for this kid's life. And so at one point, the red shirt's taking on two.
Yeah, but if he was in fear for his life, cause hold up. Oh, hold up. I mean, I'm all good with in fear for your life, but at what point he didn't run and go get help? Ain't that what y'all said Carmelo should have did? Huh? So, I mean, it's 2-on-1. And if the bully was, why you just didn't help him whoop the bully? Since it's 2-on-1, see, it was 2-on-1 with Carmelo. Yeah, but y'all saying he shouldn't have protected himself. But it's right now it's 1-on-1. You done already got your ass whooped. So now y'all done fall down the hall. He walking the little boy. And then now, instead of you fighting him, go and get help or whatever, you pull out your blade. Let's go.
Sure, I think he ran up and stabbed him from the back, too. That's some coward shit from the back.
Oh, so now it's coward. Oh, wow. Y'all killed me.
That's cowardly as hell. And so that's him with the knife in his hand.
It's called get him wherever you can. If you gonna get him. I don't give a shit where it is.
Maybe they can try to open GoFundMe's, try to raise money.
Somebody in there talking noise. Who is Kick?
Bring up race, I guess.
Who is Kick?
It's two Latinos, so.
Who is Kick GC?
Some people are the media is a little bit upset.
Oh, he already gone.
Of certainty, we will share that. Another bit of news as we were walking up
to
share this information with you. In addition to getting calls from so many community members expressing concern, as we were notified that our victim.
Now, see, it's funny to me because this cat, it's absolutely funny to me. Yeah, you comparing it to Carmelo Anthony, but you still kind of making excuses for him because he's not black. Yeah. Yeah. And then you say, well, you might as well get away with, yeah. Yeah. But y'all tend to justify it. Somewhat. Because he not black. But I thought only black kids, black people are aggressive. Look at that big old boy on that little old boy. It don't make no sense. Shout out, I mean, you know. So are they gonna suspend him for getting in the fight? You know, I mean, y'all don't leave no leeway for people who bullying them. They just supposed to take an ass whooping every day. Because, you know, bullies don't stop. Next thing you know, he gonna want your lunch money. You know, and if, you know, he gonna start doing things and, you know, and if he really, if he's being abused at home, hell, ain't no telling what he gonna want you to do. If you don't stand up for yourself. You know, how many ass whoopings do you gotta take before you snap, crackle, and pop? I'm just asking. Yeah, what? You want them to sneak a gun in the school? What? Tell a bully, don't do that, bully boy. Keep your hands to you. Yeah, y'all not being realistic. Keep.
What's up? You know, so he comes at him too. I guess maybe he was feeling a little high because he took on one guy and now he's taking on the other one. Maybe he's like, I'm gonna take on you. So, what if? Imagine the red shirt's the bully. Let's just say.
Oh yeah, he's big.
So
that's a big boy.
Stands up for himself for the first time ever. He gets his ass beat down, so the white shirt feels bad. Intervenes. Now the white shirt's getting his ass kicked, so the black shirt comes, and he can
shank him.
Oh, I was in fear for my life, and I was in fear for this kid's life. And so at one point, the red shirt's taking on two guys. I still think it's very cowardly. I think this guy the guy with the black shirt. I think he ran up and stabbed him from the back too. That's some coward shit from the back.
Well, leave folk alone.
Cowardly as hell.
Well,
in his hand.
Men are a trip.
The circumstances of that relationship, and when we have that information.
Nah, I don't know. That maybe they can try to open GoFundMes, try to raise money. Unfortunately, they can't bring up race, I guess, because they're saying it's two Latinos. So some people are the media is a little bit upset.
With a degree of certainty, we will share that. Another bit of news as we were walking up to share this.
Let me say something to you, a little funny looking man. We wouldn't be upset if you had the same regards for everybody equally. The same regards. However you feel, mustard head man, keep it equal. If you're gonna make excuses for one, make excuses for the other. Then it wouldn't be a problem. It's only a problem when you justify one and condemn the other. Let's be clear. Yeah.
In addition
with your racist sarcasm. Yeah.
So many community members expressing concern.
Ain't no difference.
Notified that our victim, and again, our victim is 16 years old, is now in stable condition.
Bye, Solo. I ain't trying to find nothing. You the one keep coming over here under different names. You the one thirsty for my attention. I don't go nowhere you are. So if you don't like how I view things, why do you keep coming? You just can't help yourself, can you? Huh? You just cannot help yourself. Yeah, I know. Let me help you. And they want me to let y'all keep these retarded comments on here so they can watch y'all racist people. No. Say bye to a Solo. Y'all stay by the solo. No, I will not keep those racist comments on my platform. I mean, especially when y'all not supporting me. Bye, solo. Nope. Nope. That's not how I'm gonna rock. Cause what you saying don't have a bit of truth in it. All it's wrapped up in is your hate for black people. And that ain't my problem. Nope.
Which is a sigh of relief for the entire community. He will hopefully be back in a position to be back in school and lead a productive life. So Dr. Reed's going to share some thoughts as well, and then we'll stand ready to take your questions. Dr. Reed?
On Facebook, they actually have the picture. It's a pretty bloody scene.
Oh, it's very bloody.
It's just covered in blood.
It's very bloody.
And the response that this person had said here, and this is why I mentioned the race thing, because somebody had said that this is with race or something. I noticed something weird about these people too. They're all like, because this is somebody else that made the post. They all copy and paste the same shit. I don't understand this. They're literally robots. This person,
they're bots. That's
another not black. I repeat, another not black student stabs another student. Just like that, the headlines get quiet. The outrage disappears, the narrative gets sanitized. And at first you can rock with them until they say, the 15-year-old stabbed a fellow student, the 16-year-old's in the hospital, but where are the calls for tougher laws? Where's the media storm? Where's the thug label and his character assassination?
Oh, you didn't like
How
that?
do you assassinate the character of somebody that just stabbed the person?
Yeah, so you didn't like that thug.
If it was a black or brown student, which I think he's literally kind of brown or tan.
Yeah, he didn't like the thug. Where the thug?
We'd be talking about gangs, bad parenting, and why schools aren't safe anymore. That's literally the same conversation we have all the time. You know?
Oh, you thought that it was in your favor.
But I agree, it's not as sensational, not because it's not a black person, but just because it's not a black and white thing. If it was a black and white thing, then it would have been crazy. Then they would have been all over the media and shit crazy.
And I want
Oh no, I still have a problem.
Our hearts, our thoughts, our
because he needs to be charged for attempted first-degree murder.
Not just the young man involved in the act of violence, but all the students who observed this, the staff who were a part of this,
no wound cut charge.
Worried about this.
They called Zimmerman what?
Really, our thoughts, hearts, and prayers go out to everyone impacted. I want to say at this time, our school, West Potomac High School, is safe. The situation has been contained, as Chief Davis mentioned.
Another student
going through a modified lunch schedule where they're being supervised more closely. This afternoon, we've brought in counseling teams to meet with our students and staff.
It's unfortunate we can't blame a white person with this story. Unfortunate. We'll just have to move on, I guess.
And while there's a sense, obviously, of shock that this would happen at West Potomac High School.
Well, one thing we know, they're not charging him with attempted first-degree murder.
To this incident, they responded
he's being charged with a wound.
Admirably, and may have saved a life today. I also want to thank our law enforcement partners. This partnership is critical, and our community is so grateful to have the quality of professionals we have here in law enforcement and as educators. So at this time, students are in classes. I've met with several of the classes, talked with students, talked with staff this morning, and there's a commitment to continuing to move forward. And we've got a lot of weeks left in this school year.
I agree, Mary.
And we hope that today's incident is very isolated. So thank you.
Can you tell us why you're not releasing students when they're under a stay-put state order and it says that parents are not protected?
At this time, because of the seriousness of the incident, we want to make sure students have access to counseling services and are not going out in the community in perhaps unsupervised settings.
So update to a lockdown. Stay put, stay play, proper identification. I can get my daughter. My daughter's freaking out in there. She wants out of school. Stay put, stay play per Fairfax County Public Schools regulation. A parent with the proper ID and identification can get their kids out of school. So why are you preventing us from doing that?
At this time, we're clearing the scene and then we'll be able to allow that to occur.
Correct? This is a lockdown situation.
It is a combination at this point.
And anything like this. So let's call it what it is. It's a lockdown. Let's get that notification out so parents are aware and we can communicate with our kids.
Oh, so
thank you.
They don't want. Hold on, y'all see that? They don't want to call Matilda. She don't want to call it a lockdown, y'all.
At this time, because of
she don't want to.
The incident,
she don't want to call it a lockdown.
Access to counseling services and are not going.
That sounds too wet.
Unsupervised settings.
So update to a lockdown. Stay put, stay play. Proper identification. I can get my daughter. My daughter's freaking out in there. She wants out of school.
Hey, pearls of wisdom.
Stay put, stay play. Per Fairfax County Public Schools regulation, a parent with the proper ID and identification can get their kids out of school. So why are you preventing us from doing that?
At this time, we're clearing the scene, and then we'll be able to allow it to occur.
This is a lockdown situation.
It is a combination at this point.
And anything like this. So let's call it what it is. It's a lockdown. Let's get that notification out so parents are aware, and we can communicate with our kids who just want to get the hell out of school.
Thank you.
Doctor, I have one question. Metal detectors, I know this is something that was supposed to be getting set up in schools in Fairfax.
Oh, there are metal detectors,
set up in this school? If not, why not?
We're currently in the middle of a pilot structure this spring, and they were not in place at this school this morning, but they were at another school in Fairfax County.
Would those detectors have caught the knife, Dr. Reed?
Scott, I think that it depends on the setting for the detectors. There are a variety of settings, and I don't have information on the length of the knife or the type of knife at this time to correctly answer that. But once we do, we can provide.
The length don't have nothing to do with if a metal would have.
There's a way, right? Look at the case we covered the other day, another high school thing, where this kid had somebody let him in the school.
Oh yeah.
To the side, to one of the entrances,
with the gun,
bring a
and
weapon, and he
Hutchins
shot some kids up. And he's claiming self-defense. Yeah, I'm not even bullshitting you.
Oh, well, that's not self-defense.
If we're going to open the door, let's open the door then. Everybody getting self-defense.
No.
You get self-defense. I get self-defense. Everybody getting self-defense.
That was not self-defense.
This kid brought a gun to school and shot a couple
Absolutely
kids up.
not.
He said he was being bullied, so he brought a gun to school, shot a couple kids up, and then was driving around posting a video on Instagram talking about what he did.
Yeah, that was not self-defense, but y'all see what they doing?
Your understanding that the knife was brought into school, or was it obtained on the school campus? Maybe it's a question for
I don't have information about that, Scott. The situation's too new.
Doctor, why would you, so are you going to cancel classes for the rest of the day, or what's the day?
No, students are still in school for the rest of the day.
Can you talk a little bit about the cell phone policy at this school and how that comes into play in a crisis?
Oh, no.
The cell phone policy, I'm not sure it comes into play in a situation like this.
Multiple parents said they were frustrated that their kids didn't have access to their cell phones to be able to contact them while they were watching somebody bleed on the floor.
Yeah, I've actually not heard that we have a concern at this time with cell phones.
We can get you some of these details with the specifics. We can get you for after. We can get the little details and get you a lot of those as well.
Dr. Reed, can you please talk
about... Oh, so they saying that the kids can't use their phones?
For students at West Potomac High School?
That is correct. Both students involved were students at West Potomac High School and are students at West Potomac High School.
At this point,
can you say if there are Hispanic, black, or white?
Can you say if they're Hispanic, black, or white?
I don't have that information at this time.
Lisa, you said there were...
Before we get to Tom, Hispanic.
Hispanic for the big...
Just to clarify.
Both.
You said there were 3 in the... This was a fight. Do we know where the third person is? Are they facing any charges?
Yeah, Tom, thanks for that question. So our victim is 16. The perpetrator is 15. The perpetrator is in custody. A third person who we are questioning, we are not describing him as a person in custody because at the moment we don't anticipate any criminal charges on this third person. He was close enough to the altercation that we want to interview him to figure out what he knows. We have the video just like you have the video, but the video doesn't tell the entire story. So we're interviewing that third person. So one victim, one in custody, the one in custody is 15, and the third person we're speaking to and interviewing is a 15-year-old student as well. But at the moment, we don't anticipate any charges against him.
You know why? You know why? Because, we learned that yesterday with that attorney, and I found it, I saw it again today. That's that third party, stand your ground, third party where you could stand up for somebody who's being attacked. And that is self-defense, third party. That's what the little guy was doing. Self-defense. Yeah. You can stand your ground, third party, to assist someone that's being harmed. And they say you don't have the right to stand your ground. Okay, yeah, you can stand your ground and somebody else's ground. Well, I don't know if the law applies for blacks.
What type of resources they serve as to the students? We're in constant communication with Dr. Reed and her team, and the recent security enhancements that she has made are things that we support as law enforcement. You know, this is
so they don't have metal detector and
who acted in a way that may have saved lives too. So for the students who had to endure this today, it's tough. They're teenagers, they're kids, they need their parents, they want to talk to their parents. I understand that. You're going to get to speak to your loved ones, but their presence at such a traumatic scene like this is worthy of our attention, and undoubtedly it's going to be worthy of our praise as well, because I no doubt in my mind some of them acted bravely as well. And I see additional parents are coming up here, and that just kind of speaks to the strength of this school community. Any other police questions or any other questions for Dr. Reed?
Just to follow up on the question from earlier, considering what happened, how traumatic this has been, why continue the school day?
So at this time, we have counseling support here.
They're going to continue the school day, get back to work.
To work with our students and to provide counseling services on site prior to our students leaving. And to answer the gentleman's question too, our decision around the stay put inside, it's also a crime scene. And so we also have to take direction from law enforcement in terms of the use of certain parts of the bill.
The response was acceptable?
No, I don't think we got any answers that, right? I think notification from the school was probably 45 minutes after the incident. It was a stay in place or stay put and stay tuned. Under that policy, Fairfax County Public Schools, with the appropriate ID, you can get your kids, check your kids out of school. That's what I came up here to do. I was denied access from all the police presence. Constant text messaging from my daughter, get me out of here. I'm ready to go. And then, you know, as you can see, this is more of a lockdown than a stay put. We're still denied. I still can't go get my daughter. And at the end of the day, I think that's all these parents want, is to get their kids, hug their kids. There's more than one victim in this, people that witnessed it. I mean, you don't wake up on your bingo card thinking you're going to see someone stabbed in your high school, right? So I just want my daughter.
What has she been telling you about what's going on inside, how she's feeling?
I mean, she's just like, get me out of here. Like, get me out. Where are you at? If I can get to a door, can you meet me at that door?
You hear about this kind of stuff happen all
Go
over
get
the
your
country and
kid.
everything, you're like, oh wow, I can't, like what would I do in that situation? Now that your daughter's going through this, now that you're going through this, what do you think the school district needs to do?
I don't, like I said, I just want my daughter. I don't know what the fix is, right? You don't ever think it can happen to you or your daughter, right? It happened. It's unfortunate, right? We just want our Millie girl, right?
What was particularly unsatisfactory about the answers that you got just now? It's not often that
everything is unsatisfactory, from the alert that goes out to parents, right? That's a stay put, stay tuned. Under that alert, we can, with appropriate ID, check out our children. This is a lockdown. So they should have just called it what it was, a lockdown. You know, in a lockdown, you can't get access. And then the answers Dr. Reed gave were appalling. They didn't answer anything.
It was fluff. I cannot stand fluff.
When you think about the cell phone component of this as well, I'm curious as a parent of what you think about the policy and the idea that technically your daughter is not supposed to have.
Lord, what is going on in the schools?
Do you have a thought on that?
No, she had her cell phone access the whole time, so it wasn't an issue with me. I know some parents had that issue, but I can't speak to it.
Yeah.
What's your name, sir? Please.
Bill Beal.
How do you spell that, Bill?
First B-I-L-L, last B-E-A-L. Graduated from West Potomac in '95, so I know the school. I know it well.
Okay. So some of the parents pissed off.
How I got here, my son is calling me, everyone is calling me, his dad was working, we got here and we get no answers. This is just crazy. We get videos from the kids inside. There's videos all over social media of what happened. My question is,
parents, there's been a violent incident at the school. Stay tuned. That's the text message. Like, what?
Where's the teachers?
Oh, wow.
You clearly, this is something.
Oh, they're feeling like second-class citizens, y'all.
Doge cut them off.
Claramente ahí se ve, mira cómo se dan golpes. Esto pudo ser detenido.
They could have been detained. Where are the teachers at?
¿Dónde están los profesores? Esto
Where are the professors?
pudo ser detenido.
They could have been detained.
Esto pudo,
They could have
o
been
sea,
stopped.
no lo digo porque sea mi hermana la de la iglesia, pero hoy en día hay una familia.
Oh, she's talking about the fight. It could have been stopped. Where were the teachers?
The kid that's arrested.
Hay una familia.
Where were the teachers when they was doing all that fighting?
Well, I don't care about the kid that's arrested. See, there's a family with a kid that was arrested. Fuck the kid that was arrested. The kid that stabbed people.
Era el hijo de cualquiera de nosotros.
He was being attacked.
Tienen que entender la frustración.
He was being attacked.
Que nos dejen, que agarremos nuestros.
You laughed about him getting his ass beat. See, y'all, me and y'all, see, see, y'all try to act like tough love and fight and get in there and defend yourself, and then when he was fighting and getting his ass whooped, beat down. You was talking about it. Then he got up, right, and put a blade. Then you called him a coward. It's no satisfying men. Yeah, it's no satisfying. So take a ass whooping. Get beat down. Is that what you're saying? Then your friend get beat up trying to help you. Now you stand here coward. and y'all wonder why I'm firm on stand your ground. Yeah, stand your ground. Don't touch me. He got beat up in school. You talking about the guy who was stabbing? You didn't see it? He got... Tamara, you didn't... Are you talking about this guy right here? Who, the kid got beat... yeah, he got beat up, and then the little kid... I mean, they were all undersized compared to the guy who got stabbed. Yeah, but now you're talking about, oh, forget the guy who got stabbed. Well, a while ago, you was talking about him being a bully. Which one is it? Nah, dude that's talking. Yeah, I mean, you can always tell when somebody don't put their hands on them. I mean, you can't. Which one is it? You was talking about, oh, yeah, he's beating up. The guy in the red started it. Didn't he say that? Did he not say the guy in the red started it? And I was like, well, how we know that? Yeah. And now you saying we don't care about the guy that got arrested. Y'all crazy. Y'all, they crazy. I can't.
Bring me my son.
Now I'm with her. Bring me my son.
Casi los niños, obviamente somos de esta comunidad y
the kids are from this community.
La mayoría de los niños mi hijo los conoce desde que.
The majority of the kids, my son knows them.
Desde que están muy pequeños.
From when they were small.
Elementary school se conoce.
From elementary school.
What's your name? Alien Fernandez.
Can you spell that for me?
Oh, spell it for you?
Yes, please.
AELLEN. I get a video of this kid's like.
Sure, we're here getting videos. All the parents getting videos, but the school won't tell them nothing.
Mira esto. Esto fue algo que pudo haberse parado. O sea, ¿cómo no detuvieron esto?
Yeah.
Esto ha podido ser parado.
Yeah.
Why? This could have been stopped.
La verdad es que no nos están diciendo nada. No nos están diciendo nada. Primero, no nos están diciendo si nuestros hijos van a salir.
First, they're not telling us if they're not going to let our kids come out.
Segundo, ¿cuáles son las acciones que se van a tomar de ahora en adelante?
What are going to be the actions from now on that they're going to take?
¿Qué nos certifica a nosotros como padres que mi hijo va a venir mañana y va a estar seguro?
What's going to give us surety or security that our kids are going to come back tomorrow and be safe?
¿Qué me certifica a mí de que mi hijo al día?
There go one, y'all.
Oh, they're pissed. They're pissed.
Oh, that's the cameraman. That's the news.
Plant that seed and talk about that real quick.
That's the news guy.
Some people are comparing it to Carmelo.
Absolutely.
The thing is, you know, Carmelo, we don't have a video. Carmelo on the
That's
bus.
true.
They say there's a video, but it hasn't been released. Which is interesting because this incident happened and it's all over the place and it's been released and it's all over the internet. Carmelo Anthony's minister and family representative and God's anointed, he said there's video. I guess they haven't put it out yet. But this situation in this high school, that video's all over the place.
It is all over the place. And it's bloody.
It's viral. I guess viral. So I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, Frisco don't.
Barricaded.
Frisco don't want that. Yeah, Frisco do not want it aired out. Hey, Brian. Hey. I mean, they don't want it out. They do not. What is this? Firefighter remains the prime suspect in the case of his twin. They do not want that video out. So the 15-year-old was arrested for stabbing the 16-year-old in Potomac, Virginia. What was the other one I had? Hold on. I'm all off because, again, this just popped up. What is this? What is that? Let me see. I'm not going to be here all night. And I don't want to talk about that. Hold on. We saw that retard. Y'all please hit the like button. Jeff accused of gifting Did I watch this? Hold on. Hold on, y'all.
Because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the...
Exterminate white people?
How we are going to exterminate white people. Because that, in my estimation, is the only conclusion I have come to. We have to exterminate white people off of the face of the planet to solve this problem.
Man, oh man.
Oh, he crazy.
Swatted a third time. Jeff
He was swatted again today, y'all.
Unbelievable. Another swatting call to the police.
I think it's that guy. I think it's that the guy that was with
I will not back
Jake
down or move. Kick the beehive and see what happens. It's interesting because, you know, we talked about in those videos that were released by the Carmelos, or Anthony's, and, you know, supposedly the police have not gotten a report, but here on the other end, we have 3 SWATs. And I wanted to show this video.
Do y'all know he has a violent background?
Jake Lang, I guess was called out on America's Real Voice. This is the guy that held the protests.
This man lost a 17-year-old. Now, I know you did hard time, brother. Hard time. I think it may have hardened you. This man lost his son. You don't get to dictate.
The guy was locked up for the January 6th stuff, by the way, if you didn't know.
How he should respond, what he should do, where he should be. Now,
they both are anti-black.
Take a little different.
Hey, plus sizes.
Black on black crime is the epidemic, not black on white crime.
Hey, Shane.
Mostly it's black on black crime. And I think this kid, Carmelo Anthony, would have killed a black kid because he would have resulted to violence right off the bat because that's how they're trained.
That's how they train. That's how they train. That's how they train. That's how they train.
Mostly it's statistics, crime. And I think this kid, Carmelo Anthony, would have killed a black kid because he would have resulted to violence right off the bat because that's how they're trained. But you can't call this poor man names, my lord. He's putting his son in the ground, Jake.
No, Grant. What needs to happen is a condemnation of the culture that killed his son. He is there groveling at the feet, licking the boots of the people that are making money off his son, that they're selling Carmelo Anthony t-shirts. They kicked him out. They kicked him out. I can't. Grant, you just said you'd let me speak, brother, and you know I have so much respect for you.
I will let you speak, but you cannot.
8-second soundbite. And again, I can't even finish my statement.
Jake.
Yeah, a lot of people said this was disgusting. Some of the commentary going off, and I'm calling him names, calling the father names and stuff. I mean, I can understand somewhat, I guess, where Jake's trying to come from. But yeah, like I said previously, I thought it was like too much.
You cannot tell me that Austin Metcalf's father is licking the...
See, you know, this is what irritates me because, and I don't know where you come from, you know, he said that that's how they are trained, as if Carmelo Anthony approached the bullies, the bully twins. How do y'all keep leaving that part out? They were the aggressors. Oh, but they had rights to be the aggressor. Yeah, but they don't want to take that liability now. Ha! Yeah. When Frisco ISD, superintendent and stuff said that ain't a rule, where they get that from? We don't promote violence. There was nothing wrong with him being up under that tent. There was no need for them to be aggressive. Yeah, because if it's a rule, then that means that the school district is liable for creating that hatred, that divide, that tension. And so now it's, well, no, that's not a policy. That's not a rule. We're trying to figure out who gave that order, who told them that, it was raining. There was no problem. He was just sitting there. So no, we're getting to the bottom of that. But I can reassure you that that is not a policy. Oh, it's not a policy. Yeah. Y'all don't condone or enforce or with a rival. Yeah, because that's tension. Then that means that the school district, the coaches created that divide. Y'all didn't authorize that to put somebody up out the tent, from another school, and you don't know why, Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm looking at you because you made it seem like Carmelo Anthony was raised. All black people are raised. Yeah, no, your little white bunnies initiated it without authority. Because y'all feel entitled. Yeah. Yeah.
Boots of what?
And let's be clear. If it wasn't for y'all mishandling, some of the aggression we wouldn't have. Let's be clear. Yeah. It's just that y'all can't handle it. So everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves. Bottom line, let's go.
Not say that on here.
Look at this, and y'all think we the bottom of the barrel. This is a cult, y'all. They are a cult.
The Most High may show favor to her, man.
May show favor.
I felt like he was trying to
may show favor.
And again, I don't know what is that.
May show favor.
I'm going to ask you I'm going to ask you to at least be respectful. I am with you on the culture of violence. I'm with you here. I want that eradicated. I'm going to ask you now to please refrain from criticizing Austin Metcalf's father, okay? And then you can talk.
I cannot, because I serve a God higher than social media clicks or ratings, Grant.
Jake, unfortunately,
his
then
actions of weakness
Jake,
are causing more Austin Metcalfs every day.
So here's the deal.
Until he's
I am
willing to
famous
stand
for a
up.
line. I'm famous for a line. I'm famous for a line that says "cut him off now." Probably got me ousted from the.
Canceled. Damn, the free speech people canceling.
Cut him off.
White on white crime.
White on white crime.
That I came across today, and I just want to play, I think, one or two snippets, and they're talking about. I didn't even realize this, but they're saying Austin Metcalf's dad had reached, or not reached. He
milking, y'all.
$1 million. I think personally, I think Lang's just pissed because the dad like turned him down, but not only turned him down, he kind of pretty much told him to go after yourself.
Yeah, but you talked about black people with the GoFundMe. Why you ain't saying nothing about him?
It's us, but he can't even say hello. They're racializing it on the other side. He hasn't made a comment to New York Post, to Fox News.
That's the one thing I said in my previous video. You know, because the followers saying that these people are racializing it.
They are very entitled.
Why he wouldn't go up on stage or align himself. I just think maybe it could look bad for the case. Right now, just dad needs to grieve, do his thing. But the way things happened that day, the guy walked.
So, why perception of innocence, innocent until proven guilty? Why are we not promoting that the way they do? Why are we going along with he's guilty without evidence? Because it's supposed to be he is innocent until proven guilty, and they are taking a long time to indict. If it's so cut and dry, I don't know why. In the stories, I'm telling you, the stories, the kids. So when we hear them say, you know, we have to remember that we are dealing with kids. Yeah, because the ones who like the Metcalfs is probably stories are not adding up. I saw that in the paperwork because it's mind-blowing. Again, I kept saying, why is Hunter not being brought up? Because the kids in the school that go with us, no, the other one goes to Centennial, whatever the name of the school that he was protecting, all kind of trying to leave Hunter out on purpose. So it's hard. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard for them to get to the truth or anywhere close because Hunter has already admitted what he did and his brother took up for him. And if they got kids coming in starting with Austin, then that means that they're not being truthful. That means they're not being truthful. That means that their story that they have come up with now has probably changed to save Hunter. Although Hunter's already said he started it. Because I'm looking in the paperwork. I was looking in it to see what Hunter said. Since he said it was some words that was said that was, he didn't want to repeat. He never wanted to say what him and Austin said. So the paperwork, for the most part, is starting with Austin. That's why the news media is going with, hey, buddy, move. Can you go ahead and move? And Carmelo goes in his bag and pull out a knife. No, that's not how that happened. Ask Hunter. And just to see, you know, how they play with it in their head, even this cat here. Because they don't want black people to have the same. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna play it like they played. He's innocent until they can prove otherwise, because their story is not adding up. They're trying to help Hunter because Hunter is in trouble. And I'm sure, you know, when kids started seeing flyers in Frisco saying drop the charges for Carmelo and charge Hunter, yeah, they gonna lie for their friend. But doing so makes it hard for them to get to the truth of the matter. Because Hunter said that he turned around and said something to him. And why are the other kids not telling because it was some other guys that walked back with the twins. Where were they? So that's what's going on. That paperwork is not adding up, y'all. Because the kids, that's why, I remember who said it. Said we have to remember that we are dealing with kids. And you know, and their testimonies, yeah, because they lying for Hunter. They lying for Hunter. Okay, y'all, I'll be back tomorrow. Pray for the kids. Pray for the kids. Pray for the kids. It's getting bad out here, y'all. I think it was one more. Let me see. I think it's one more. Y'all, please hit the like button. My likes, I'm cutting it off because my likes ain't up. I'm not going to do that 3-hour stuff and my likes ain't right. I'm going to tell you that now. But I think I pinned something. Swatted 3 times. Hunter's getting death threats. I'm sure he is. Because they lying for him. They're going to be fighting on that golf course. They're going to be fighting on that golf course. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. They're going to be fighting on that golf course. Oh, I meant to check on that case in Allison. What is this one? Hold on. Oh, okay.
Emergency.
This is the one. After this one, I'm gone.
Crucial to be prepared. Creative.
Shout out to y'all, though.
Confirmed to WFAA, someone called it a fake shooting call to Austin Metcalf's mother, and it's not the first swatting call connect.
A fake shooting call.
Police confirmed to WFAA, someone called it a fake shooting call to Austin Metcalf's mother, and it's not the first swatting call connected to that family in the past couple weeks. Austin Metcalf was stabbed at a high school track meet in Frisco and died from his wounds. Police responded to his father's home last week for a swatting call. That's when someone calls in fake threats trying to elicit a large police response. And now we've confirmed someone placed a similar call to Megan Metcalf's home on April 8th. Just days after her son died. The Next Generation Action Network says the teenage suspect has been moved to an undisclosed location to, quote, ensure his immediate safety. The advocacy group says a court approved the move in light of repeated threats. KARMELOANTHONY was released from jail last week and placed under house arrest. We did reach out to the Collin County DA and Anthony's defense attorney, but both sides declined to come.
And I'm going to say it over and over again, on this channel, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable, because if we don't, who will? And I'm going to remind y'all again, Malcolm X said it the best. The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. And he was right. That's what they're doing right now. Let's be real. Black people ain't calling nobody's house to threaten you about a shooting. We just don't do that. And sit back and listen to the news and to social media. They have you thinking it's only black people that are in gangs. They have you thinking it's only black celebrities that should be in prison. The whole time, they'll never show you a RICO charge on the KKK members. Make it make sense. Matter of fact, January 6, 2021, they did whatever they can do to make that make sense. Trump even pardoned those people. And see, when it comes to racist Caucasian people, and they love to play dumb. But on my channel, my job is to knock you upside the head and tell you, homie, don't play that. Homie, don't play that. To remind y'all. And you have to think about it. These are the same people that drove to D.C. in the beat-up pickup trucks to take over the Capitol just to take selfies. Make it make sense. These are the same people. They are mostly Jake Lane. These are the same people that donate millions of dollars to racist Caucasians that murder innocent black people. Make it make sense. These are the same people that bombed Black Wall Street. They justified him. And hatred. These are the same people that bombed our people in Philly because of hatred. Penny guy. These are the same people that flooded a black town called Oscarville in Georgia, which is now called Lake Lanier, because of lies and hatred. With the help of the U.S. Army, I told y'all the game is cold. These are the same people that destroyed a town, a black town named Rosewood in Florida because of hatred and lies. I can go on and on, and I'm gonna just be honest. And they wonder why I won't let them come over here with that foolishness. These are the same people that destroyed a town, a black town named Rosewood in Florida because of hatred and lies. I can go on, and I'm gonna just be honest. Nothing has really changed. Run the tape. Run the tape.
White people cannot stop proving me right. Do you know how racist you have to be to not only push a narrative about black violence on white Americans, but then simultaneously disrespect a grieving father that's calling you out for it and telling you to stop what you're doing?
Yeah, I guess Carmel is Angel. I guess I don't know who Carmel is. Yeah, but so is Hunter. Hunter, it's ridiculous that Hunter assaulted Carmel, whoever Carmel is, but don't want to be held accountable for assaulting him. So Angel, what should happen to Hunter Metcalf for a robbery, they say, for grabbing his property and for assaulting him? Angel Rodriguez, what should happen to Hunter? We'll wait. And if you're gonna come over here talking about the young man, please do your research to find out what his name is. I mean, you sound ridiculous trying to be sarcastic and you don't even know who the name of the person you're talking about. Who is Carmel? What should happen to Hunter? We are waiting just for you, Angel. And that's the only thing we want. We don't want anything else. What should happen to Hunter? For robbery, for grabbing his bag. And 2, for the assault, because the school district don't want to be liable for him and his brother trying to push him out of the tent, because that's not their campaign. They are not against that violence. They only have a friendly rival. So what should happen, Angel? They're saying hurry up. Hurry up, Angel. What should happen to Hunter? Okay, so for the nope, that's not what we asked you. We don't want to hear nothing about for the mom. We don't want no sympathy. Man, I removed that for you. What should happen to Hunter for starting it, putting his hands on his property and putting his hands on him, and because he assaulted him, he got his brother unalive? What should happen to him for him breaking the law? That's all we, don't ask me about the mama. Don't ask me about none of that. All we want to know is what should happen for Hunter breaking the law before this young man went into his bag and defended himself. What should happen to Hunter? Save the time with all that other stuff because we don't care. That's all we want to know. And if you don't have an answer for it, that just shows that you don't have integrity. You have a prejudice. So we don't want to hear nothing else you got to say other than what should happen to Hunter. And we're waiting. And if you don't have an answer, just say bye. And we know that you have exited the room respectfully. We already know you ain't gonna answer correctly. So stop interrupting us with that foolishness.
That's called white guilt. No, let it talk.
They cannot take ownership.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
And now he talking about us. I mean, now he talking about the Metcalfs because he didn't join his cult.
Hey, Jeff. That's the problem. You've been submitted. I'll handle it from here.
Calling any grieving parent weak for not condoning them using their deceased child is crazy. That is how you know they truly do not give a fuck about Austin. And the next two statements that were made were just as insane. You're creating more Austin Metcalfs. Condemn Austin's killer and the culture that caused it. Then this trash panda in the back is going to applaud
Did he
that?
call him a
Bro,
trans
not
panda?
all skin folk is kinfolk. Continuing to push the racist narrative that violence is somehow part of black culture, and in the same breath have absolutely nothing to say about that white man that just shot up Florida State University, killing 2 people.
Oh, they ain't have nothing to say about that.
We just have violence in our DNA. Apparently, we're twice as dangerous because we always have murder on our mind. They called indigenous people savages. They say black people behave like animals, but when a white person commits the deadliest of school and mass shootings, somehow that's just mental health.
And this is why I love TikTok, because you go on TikTok, they gonna show you everything. On YouTube, you know, on these news outlets.
Baby, on that golf course yesterday, they look like animals to me.
To have a race war. See, they trying to create the race war. We're not trying to create that. That's on them. We're just trying to protect ourselves. But in the meantime, before I get in this article, please go follow this TikTok account because he's really on this case the same way I'm on it. But let's get into this article so I can show y'all the games these people play. They use the media in their favor. That's why I make these YouTube videos, because we have to speak up for our people. They only showing their perspective. They trying to make this family look like the victim. They trying to make it seem like, oh, we sending threats to their home. Bro, I told y'all earlier, black people don't send threats to people's homes, especially Caucasian people. We don't play them kind of games. What they talking about? And this article is by WFAA-ABC. It was published April 21st, 2025 at 5:36 p.m. That was yesterday. KARMELOANTHONY moved to undisclosed location after threats, group says. A Dallas-based advocacy group said the move was approved by courts and cites threats against the family and a protest this weekend as the reasons. See, look, the news ain't gonna tell you the truth. They gonna tell you a protest, whatever. This is Texas, dog. Everybody got guns. All the
animalistic, you ain't lying.
They might be scared. They might be fronting, because if you go watch those videos, a lot of black people were just running them off, talking to them crazy, and a lot of them had masks on. They had their little racist flags and stuff like that. These days they scared, but back in the day, you know, they'll shoot them guns. But everybody in Texas has guns. It's not gonna be a protest. They trying to start a race war. You had this dude trying to start a race war. They telling you it was a protest. It wasn't gonna be no protest. You remember how back in the day, they used to come into your homes, and if they think a black person did something to a Caucasian person, they would try to pull you out of your homes, and sometimes they did it. They'll pull you out of your home, grab some rope, and they'll have, you know, they little get together and watch a black person hang. I'm telling you, they'll pull you out of your homes or they'll come pull you out of jail. Just go do your research. They still trying to do this today. So there wasn't no protest. This dude was trying to get back there, and look at the dudes behind him, bro. I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. COONS. You always have them.
I always got one, a token.
All of them, they all around, bro. That's why I say on this channel, we have to call these people out, because
you gotta call them out.
Get away with it. Now we have the internet. We can put their face on the internet.
Gotta call them out.
This dude is trying to start a race war, and they want to blame black people all the time. It's not us. We just protecting ourselves. When it's against them, we always protecting ourselves. That's it. In a press conference last week, Anthony's mother, Kayla Hayes, said her family had been targeted with threats and harassment. Metcalf's family has also been targeted by swatting calls.
That's that guy.
Soap is on sale. We need it.
That's the black guy that's with that guy.
Also been targeted by swatting calls. Now, let me break that down again. Let me slow that down, because I've been talking about it throughout this video. Black people do not call Caucasian people's phones and threaten them about shooting. We just don't do that. That's how
I pray
I can tell.
this works. I hope so too, Shane.
About this media, they not
and the grown
Carmelo
people too
look like the victim. They not gonna make Carmelo look like, oh, he was protecting himself. It was self-defense. No, they gonna help this family, and we saw that from the jump. We saw that when they started the day of the murder. They started interviewing these people. When that happened, and they just
when did that start happening?
So I hope when, I think his name was Hunter Metcalf, when he goes to court,
they started immediately getting their story together, because they was trying to save Hunter. That's why it got 2 or 3 different accounts. That's why the media was intentionally, y'all remember me telling y'all that? Intentionally leaving out parts of his confession. And then I got it pinned somewhere where I got the whole thing. Yeah, when they started lying and grabbing each other's hands. So that's interesting to me, that those witness statements do not add up to his story, his initial story. They are intentionally leaving out Hunter, as if he had not already confessed. So that means what? They having a hard time. That's why I brought up the presumption of innocence. He's innocent until proven guilty. Because if his story changes, then I mean, if we're gonna play that game, if his story changed, then Carmelo's story could change, that he didn't start it. I mean, that he didn't do it, because he told on himself, right? He told on himself, and all Carmelo did is say, I did it. I was protecting myself. That's all he said. But he said, I turned around. I asked him, I can't remember exactly what he said. Then he turned around again. Then his brother got in, and then his brother grabbed his bag. then he pushed him. Yeah. We need to see that in the witness statements. If not, they got a problem. And especially with Frisco ISD or the coaches, nobody has a rival a hatred rival that somebody couldn't sit up under the tent in the rain from a different school, especially with other people being up under the tent from different schools, and only Carmelo Anthony was singled out. Baby, I need to know where that's at in y'all policy, because why else were they policing the independent school district tent? Because they didn't buy it. So who's liable? for that hatred or that rule, if somebody is not from your school, to put them out. That's creating a rival, a divide, hatred. Yeah. So that's liability on the school. But the school say nobody. No, it's not. We don't know why they did that. Who gave that order? Where is it at in the rule book? Yeah. That's why his ass looking like that. That's finished. I gotta go.
He has to say everything he said in those interviews, and if they find anything in those videos where he
let me back that up.
The case is over.
Hold on.
Interviews, and if they find the day of the murder, they started interviewing these people when that happened, and they just breaking down everything that happened. So I hope when, I think his name is Hunter Metcalf, when he goes to court, he has to say everything he said in those interviews. And if they find anything in those videos where he was lying, the case is over. He said he never met Carmelo before, and I believe that's a lie.
Oh, that ain't.
For about 6 or 7 months, I've been saying this in a lot of my videos.
That ain't the lie I'm concerned about.
They all on the same team. If black people call in their homes, where they're arrested, I'm telling you, if black people were making threats on the phone to that family, to the Metcalf family, there will be arrests. That's how I know it's all cap. But we got proof that people are sending things over, that people are coming over to Carmelo's parents' house. They sending mail over. They threatening this family. They sending fake food deliveries over. They even threatening the judge. Where is the arrest? We don't have no mug shots of these people. And we have proof why nobody been arrested. And if people was really calling the Metcalf family home, they will be arrested. They don't mind arresting our people and showing our mug
They definitely
shots. That's
on
why
camera.
I say it's all cap. They trying to make the Metcalf family look like the victim. They not the victim. Your son was bullying Carmelo. Well, he tried to bully Carmelo, but he wouldn't go from that. So me personally, I hope this family has security 24/7 because they gonna need it. And if y'all need us to donate weekly, we'll do that because they trying to railroad a young black man for protecting himself. Make it make sense. And I'm gonna talk to you again, Dominique Alexander. This family's safety is in your hands. Don't let anything happen to this family. Don't let anything happen to Carmelo. I'm telling you, it's on your watch. I'm out.
I agree with that. I agree with that. As much as possible. You know, you can't control fools. Okay, good people. Y'all have a good night. Please hit the like button on the way out. Thank you. Facts. That's a federal offense. Yep. But at least, I mean, they could see the people on the camera that went to the Anthony's house. You know, I don't know what that's about, but they don't want to press charges. They don't want to. I don't know why. Oh, it's on my other one. I wanted to end out. Good night, Shane. With that stand your ground. It's on my other device. It says you don't have to retreat without retreating. Yeah, why else would it be stand your ground? That means you don't have to run. I ain't running. You gonna back up. Good night, Tamarian. Good night, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Sleep tight. Keep your hands to yourself. Well, yeah, no. You know what I mean. Good night, Vicky. It didn't work. You couldn't get it to work. But have a good night. Thank you. Another one. Pray for the kid. Pray for the kid that was the bully, because he looked like he was beating up folk. Looked like a big kid. He got stabbed in Potomac. Lord, everybody got to keep their hands to themselves. Good night, plus size, Patty. Y'all have a good night.